class 12. Welcome back to our online classes. So we are in chapter probability, chapter number 13. Up to totality and Bayes theorem we discussed. Today we will solve questions based on Bayes theorem. Before I go to the solution, children, please pause the video, grab your NCERT textbook, come to question number 2 of exercise 13.3. Pause the video, take the textbook, come to question number 2 of exercise 13.3. Okay, now the question says there are two bags. One of the bags contains 4 red and 4 black balls. Another bag contains 2 red and 6 black balls. Okay, this is the data given. One of the bags is selected at random out of the 2 bags, and then from the bag that we have selected, a ball is drawn which is found to be red. Okay, now the question says we have to find the probability that the selected bag was bag 1 given that it is a red ball. This is what we have to find. So reverse probability has been asked. So whenever you have a question related to reverse probability, it means it is of Bayes theorem, application of Bayes theorem. Okay, so now 2 bags are there. Selecting any bag is an equiprobable event. The probability of selecting bag 1 is 1 by 2 and probability of selecting bag 2 is also 1 by 2. Now in bag 1 there are 4 red and 4 black balls. So R, capital R represents drawing a red ball. So probability of drawing a red ball given that it comes from bag 1 is 4 upon 8, that is 1 upon 2, and probability of drawing a red ball from bag 2 is 2 upon 8, that is 1 by 4. 2 red balls and 6 black balls are there. Now we have to find this. So according to this is conditional probability, right? So very simple, this is probability of B1 intersection R upon probability of R. Now B1 intersection R, they are not independent events. Had B1 and R been independent events, we would have simply gone for probability of B1 dot probability of R. But no, R depends upon B1. So this is probability of B1 dot probability of R given B1 occurs first upon probability of R is totality, total probability. So probability of B1 dot probability of R given B1 plus probability of B2 dot probability of R given B2. Substitute the values. Probability of B1 is given as 1 by 2 multiplied by probability of R given B1 is again 1 by 2 whole upon 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 plus probability of B2 is 1 by 2. Probability of R given B2 is 1 by 4. So in the numerator we have 1 upon 4. In the denominator we have 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 8. So numerator is 1 upon 4 divided by, on taking 8 as LCM, we get 3 upon 8. So final is 2 upon 3. So this is the required probability that has been asked in the question number 2. Okay, right children? Okay, so here we have question number 4. The question says there is a multiple choice type of test, and in that multiple choice question a student either knows the answer or he guesses the answer. Out of the 4 options, he guesses any one of the options. So it is given that 3 by 4 is the probability that a particular answer for a question is known to the child. So K stands for knowing the answer. Probability that the child knows the answer is 3 by 4 and the probability that the child guesses the answer is 1 by 4. Right? Now capital C stands for an answer being correct. So in the question this information is given. Probability of an answer being correct given that it was a guess is 1 by 4. This is not given but this is known. What is the probability of an answer being correct given that you know the answer? It is always 1. When you know the answer and you are answering it, definitely it will be correct. It is a certain event. So it is 1. Now we have to find the probability that the child knows the answer given that he answered it correctly. Again given information से उल्टा पूछा, reverse probability, Bayes theorem लगाओगे. So this is probability of K intersection C upon probability of C. So K intersection C, if K and C are independent, it is simple probability of K dot probability of C, but that is not the case. So probability of knowing the answer multiplied by probability of correct answer given that he knows the answer upon probability of K dot probability of C given K plus probability of G dot probability of C given G. Substitute the values. Probability of answer being known 3 by 4 into 1 upon 3 by 4 into 1 plus 1 by 4 into 1 by 4. So 3 by 4 upon 3 by 4 plus 1 by 16. So numerator 3 by 4. In the denominator, if 16 is taken as LCM, this becomes 13 upon 16. So this is 12 upon 13. So this is the required probability. This was question number 4. Okay, now question 10. Pause the video, go to the question, read the question carefully, then come back. Okay, question 10 says, there is a girl who is rolling a die. She can get any number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. If she gets 5 or 6, she will toss a coin 3 times and notes the number of heads. If she gets any number out of 1, 2, 3 or 4, she will toss a coin once and she will note the number of heads. She wants exactly 1 head, right? So let A be the event that she gets 5 or 6. So probability of A is 2 upon 6, that is 1 upon 3. B is the event that she gets any number from 1, 2, 3 or 4. So probability of B is 4 upon 6, that is 2 upon 3. Now if she gets 5 or 6, she tosses the coin 3 times. So when you are tossing a coin 3 times, what are the possible outcomes? All heads, 1 tail, THH, HTH, HHT, 2 tails, TTH, THT, HTT, all tails. There are 8 possible outcomes. Now exactly 1 head, 1, 2, 3. 3 upon 8 is the probability of having exactly 1 head. So probability of getting 1 head, given that she had earlier scored 5 or 6, is 3 upon 8. Now if she gets any number out of 1, 2, 3, 4, she will toss the coin once. In one single toss, probability of getting 1 head is 1 by 2. So probability of getting head, given that she got any number out of 1, 2, 3 or 4, is 1 by 2. We have to find the probability of getting the number 5 or 6, given that there is exactly 1 head. So reverse probability has been asked, right? So we will apply Bayes theorem. So this is probability of B intersection H upon probability of H. So probability of B dot probability of H given B upon probability of B dot probability of H given B plus probability of A dot probability of H given A, right? Now substitute the values. Probability of B 2 by 3 dot H given B is 1 by 2 upon 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 plus probability of A is 1 by 3 dot H given A is 3 by 8. So 2 cancelled, we are left with 1 upon 3. Now here 3 cancelled, 2 cancelled, 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 8. Numerator is 1 upon 3. In the denominator I take 24 as LCM. So we get 11 upon 24. Okay. Now this is 8 upon 11. This is the required probability. Okay children. Let's move on to another question. Okay children. Question number 12. Pause the video. Read the question very carefully. This is one of the most interesting question in this particular exercise. Read the question carefully. Okay, now question says that a person has a deck of cards, means 52 cards with 4 suits. Each suit has 13 cards, diamonds, clubs, hearts and spades. Now one of the card is lost. So the lost card may be a diamond, may not be a diamond. So D stands for diamond. Probability that the lost card is diamond. So how many diamonds are there? 13 out of 52. 13 upon 52 is 1 upon 4. Probability of N. N stands for not a diamond. The lost card is not a diamond. So other than diamond we have 39 cards. 39 upon 52, 3 upon 4. Now from the remaining 51 cards, 2 cards are drawn and they both are found to be diamonds. Right? So case 1, the lost card is diamond. Total आपके पास 51 cards बचेंगे. We lost one of the cards. If I go with case number 1, that the lost card is diamond. So now I am left with 12 diamonds and 39 other cards. Out of these 12 diamonds, we are getting 2 diamonds. They can be any 2 cards. Okay, any 2 cards. So this is random selection. Whenever there is a random selection, we apply combination. And when there is an arrangement, we apply permutations. So out of 12 cards, you can get any 2 diamonds. So favorable outcomes, 12C2. Getting 2 diamonds out of 12 diamonds. What will be the sample space? Sample space will be to get any 2 random cards out of 51 cards. 51C2. So value of 12C2 is 66. 51C2 is 1275. Now coming to case 2. That the lost card is not a diamond. If it is not a diamond, so we have 13 diamonds and 38 other cards. Okay. Now we are drawing 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds out of 13 favorable outcomes. 13C2 upon total cards are 51. Sample space remains the same. 51C2. So 13C2 is 78 upon 1275. Now we have to find the probability of the lost card being diamond, given that we have 2 diamonds in the second draw. So reverse probability. So this is probability of D dot probability of T given D upon probability of D dot probability of T given D plus probability of N dot probability of T given N. Substitute the values. Probability of D 1 upon 4 multiplied by T given D is 66 upon 1275 whole upon 1 upon 4 into 66 upon 1275 plus probability of N. N is 3 by 4 multiplied by 78 upon 1275. Okay. In the numerator, LCM is 4 into 1275. In the denominator, LCM is 4 into 1275. We can eliminate it, right? So what are we left with? 66 upon 66 plus 3 into 78. 234. 66 upon 234 plus 66 is how much? 300. I can eliminate 6. So it is 11 upon 50. This is the probability. Right, children? So these were the questions of NCERT exercise 13.3 based on Bayes theorem. Solve the remaining questions, come up with the doubts.